You're listening to the Monday Night Community Show with Daniel on BRFM.
This is the Daniel Monday Night Community Show on demand through YouTube. Thank you very much for choosing to listen to us through this method. If you'd like to keep up to date with when I add new interviews, then subscribe to this channel. So we're going to be talking all about this year's Sittingbourne Pantomime. We're going to be talking to some of the cast, but firstly we're joined with a regular visitor, Kevin. It's always great to catch up with you. Tell us a bit about yourself first, just to introduce yourself to the listeners.
Well, I've been producing the Sittingbourne Pantomime now at the Swale Leisure Centre for the last 7 years. This is our 7th season here, and it's our first time that we're producing Beauty and the Beast as a company. We produce pantomimes all over the country, and we've just introduced Beauty and the Beast due to the recent film being released. And so far, the sales are flying out for Sittingbourne. It's actually our most successful year so far, and we've actually extended this year's pantomime by 4 days. We normally finish the pantomime on the 24th of December. I'm actually running through till the 27th, and we're starting a few days earlier as well. I'm opening on the 15th of December, which is really nice to have been able to extend the run this year and offer more variety of shows.
Well, it certainly sounds like it's going well.
Yeah, no, it's been going really well. It really took off last year. We did Snow White, and we had Joshua Pascoe from EastEnders in the show, and that really started to take off. And we actually sold out most of the shows and broke all box office records for the last 6 years. And this year we've got Celebrity Big Brother winner Alex Reid playing Gaston for us, and already sales are ahead compared to this time last year, which is great for us really, and great for the people sitting behind, because it means that we can invest more into the productions and build up shows.
So where could our listeners go to find out more?
They can find that information online at www.sittingbournepanto.co.uk, or they can call the Swallows Leisure Centre on Sittingbourne 420 420, or call into the Swallows Leisure Centre.
So just to refresh our listeners, when is the pantomime this year, and where, and of course what is this year's pantomime?
So this year's pantomime is Beauty and the Beast, and it is running from Friday the 15th of December to Wednesday the 27th of December at the Swallows Leisure Centre in Sittingbourne. We've got performances of various times from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and also 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. on various days. We've already got a number of shows sold out. We've actually got 5 performances already sold out, which is a first for us for this time of year. And tickets are available for as little as £8.50 per person and can be booked online or at the over-the-counter at the Swallows Leisure Centre, or by calling the Swallows Leisure Centre.
Well, Kevin, as always, it's great to speak to you once again. I understand you got some of the cast with you, and you're going to pass one of them over to me next.
Yeah, no, I'll pass them around. We've got everyone here apart from our Prince. So our Prince this year is played by Robert Brendan, who's actually from Sheerness and appeared in the panto last year as the Prince. But he's not available. He's not here today because he's currently on a cruise ship until November, singing all over the world. But the rest of the cast are all here, and we'll pass you around and you can have a chat with them.
That'd be great. So if you could just introduce yourself to our listeners and tell them a little bit about yourself, just so they're aware who you are first of all.
Hey guys, it's Alex Reid. Actually, as I'm speaking to you, I'm in acting role. So when I'm an actor, I'm Alexander Reid. And I'm playing Gaston in Beauty and the Beast, and we're going to be playing here in the Swallows Leisure Centre in Sittingbourne.
So is this your first visit down to Sittingbourne?
It is. This is my very first trip to Sittingbourne. One of the reasons why I love doing pantomime is to go to more underprivileged areas, not the same, trying to be disparaging to Sittingbourne. There's a nice mix of different people in Sittingbourne. But I like you seeing the young children who haven't got much and bringing a smile to their face. It's such a wonderful experience. And it's so great. And I get to travel the country, which is another one of my favourite things to do, travelling.
I was going to say that might be one of the things that listeners don't realise is that unlike some pantomimes, the pantomime Sittingbourne isn't just in Sittingbourne. You guys travel around the country doing it in lots of sort of locations.
But this is my third year doing pantomime as a big boy. When I was a little boy, I did a couple of pantomimes at school. But the pantomimes I did last year and the year before were up north. So my mum, who's a bit older now, was unable to come and see this. So hopefully, I mean, I lived, I'm born and bred from Aldershot, and mum's in Aldershot, even though I live in North London. I can go and get her, 'cause it's only an hour and a half, and I'll bring her here, which is great. And I love, like I said, I love travelling, get to experience different parts of the country.
So, playing this role this year, are you sort of looking forward to it, and what are you hoping to bring to it?
Once you've done one pantomime, it's a bit like riding a bike. I train my acting, which people don't realise. I'm a professional actor who's trained at Guildford School of Acting 17 years ago. And I've done stage, I've done films, I've done soaps. Unfortunately, the celebrity world is kind of, people don't realise that I'm a professional lovey, darling. So what I love about pantomime, even though it's not what you'd say a serious acting role, you still have to work extremely hard, because to get the audience to laugh, performance after performance, it can be very stale. So that's what I love. And what I was just saying to the rest of the cast members, when we get the trust going, it's almost fun when you muck up, because it makes it fresh, and it's that, oh, what am I going to do now? That scary moment, which makes acting so much fun. And the audience can see that, which makes it fun again. That's one of the best things about doing pantomime. After a week and you're very comfortable in your lines, that's when the real fun starts, because I like to throw a few spanners in the works. So only when there's trust and the other actors are capable of doing that, taking it on.
Well, thanks for speaking to us. Hopefully you can pass one of the other cast members on. Hiya, good to speak to you. Yeah, good. If you could introduce yourself to our listeners and then go on to let them know the role you're playing.
Yeah. So I'm Katie, and I'm going to be playing Belle this year's pantomime in Sittingbourne at the Swale Leisure Centre. It's the first panto I've ever done as well, so I'm excited. It's going to be a good opportunity for me, so yeah.
Well, I bet you're looking forward to working with the other cast. Is this the first time you've met them?
Yeah, it is. Just met them all today. So I've just been busy day full of photo shoots and interviews. Just trying to release the panto, really.
So, being your first pantomime, what have you been doing to prep or get ready? Or is it a case of working with the crew a lot more closely once you start rehearsing?
Yeah, I think we get the script today, actually. So we can start learning the script beforehand, and then we'll all get in for rehearsals at the end of November. And yeah, it's more about the rehearsal period, really. That's when everything comes together and everything happens. Yeah.
So tell us a bit more about what's led up to you playing this role. What have you done, before taking on pantomime?
So I'm an actress. I've trained at Liverpool Theatre School, musical theatre. So I've just been working. I'm always auditioning constantly for different jobs. And I go dance classes, keeping my fitness all the time, and acting classes. And then luckily this came along, and I can use my talents in this, really. Music.
Well, it certainly sounds like you're looking forward to playing your first role.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Playing Belle. My little niece, she's only 2.5, and Belle's like her idol at the minute, so she's absolutely made up. Can't wait to see me in it.
Well, thanks for taking the time out to speaking to us. If you could pass on to the next member.
Yeah, well, all right. Thanks for that, Daniel. Thanks. See you later. Bye.
If you could introduce yourself to our listeners and then let them know what role you're going to be playing this year.
Yeah, sure. So my name is Harry Moore, and in this production of Beauty and the Beast, I am playing Dame Dolly Dumpling.
Now, I understand if our listeners have been previous years, they might remember you as you were in the pantomime a couple of years ago, I think.
Yeah, I was here at the Swale Rogers Centre 2 years ago with True Entertainment in The Wizard of Oz, playing the wizard himself. During that run, I was also the assistant stage manager for the production, and it was my first time with the company. And I didn't realise when I joined that we built the set completely from scratch. We brought in our own truss, our own curtains, everything from square one, and just built it up over 4 days. And it's just seeing it from day one to day four is absolutely incredible. And I think as well, being in the show for me, which is also a fantastic experience, great company to work for, wonderful people to be around, and to be in that show, and also to know that you've helped create the stage that you're performing on, it was an incredible experience.
Well, it certainly sounds like you're glad to be back.
Yeah, it's great. I love it.
Talking about that, tell us a bit more about this year's role that you're playing.
So I'm playing, like I say, I'm playing Dame Dolly Dumpling. I am the dame of the production, as the title suggests. And yeah, I'm kind of like the mother figure in the show. So I'm the shoulder to cry on, the agony aunt, if you will, with a few pull yourself together lines here and there, bit of comedy slapped in, a few good routines with the comic, and yeah, it's a really fun part. Really excited to get started. Sounds great.
So have you been doing pantomimes elsewhere over the last couple of years? Have you sort of gone away and now you're coming back to do this pantomime?
Well, I've been training at the University of Central Lancashire. I've recently got a degree in acting, and during my training, I spoke to Kev, and he offered me the role of the wizard 2 years ago whilst I was still in training, and that's how I kind of got into the company. And then since then, these guys they seem to enjoy the job I did, so they've asked me back this year, and last year I kind of took a year off because I was going into my third year, so I thought it was best to focus on my studies, focus on getting my degree, and then seeing what doors open from there. And it's all going pretty well from that point at the moment. And like I say, it's just great to be back with True Entertainment.
Well, that's great. Thank you very much for talking to us.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Thanks.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Take
Bye.
care.
If you could introduce yourself to the listeners, tell them a little bit about yourself to give them an idea of who we're talking to.
Hi, I'm Joe Lucas. I'm an actor from North Wales. I'm a relatively new actor. I've recently finished university studying acting. This will be one of the first shows I've done. First show I've done since then, but I did a bit before. Sort of things you want to know.
What actually attracts you to doing pantomime over other kind of roles?
I absolutely adore comedy, and pantomime is a fantastic form of comedy, so it's just a lot of fun to get in and do it. I've always enjoyed watching it. I've always enjoyed joining in with it, and just doing it's just the next step up, isn't it? It's giving other people the experience I had when I was younger. Watching pantomime, joining in with it, like a fantastic experience where people can go to the theatre but not normally get the chance to go. It's great.
So it kind of gives you that freedom as well, I'd imagine. And although there is a script, because you're doing it each night, different things can happen. And I assume that allows you to bring that comedy element in.
That's the thing with pantomime. It's a lot more free often than other forms of theatre. It's more self-aware. It knows it's a show, and it's aware it knows the audience is there, which gives it a bit more a kind of freedom to actually do comedy and to let things like acknowledge to the audience that something was funny, bit of tongue in cheek, that that they know that what you're talking about and stuff like that. It's a great platform to test out stuff, to have fun, really, in a show. Is that what you're asking?
Yes, yeah, that was, yeah. So often, I know when you meet up for the first time, it's the first time you've seen your sort of outfits. Describe to our listeners your one, to give them a sort of a taster how they might see you if they go along.
Okay, I have a pair of slightly short but very baggy blue dungarees. I'm in a striped shirt underneath that with a lovely red beret and some lovely large red shoes.
So really creating the character you want to get over to the audience, it sounds like.
Yeah, very comical, bit clown-like. It feels quite funny to wander around in it. It's really quite enjoy it, actually.
Well, thank you very much for taking the time out to talk to us.
Thank you very much.
Hi, are you okay?
Yeah, good to speak to you. First, if you could introduce yourself and let our listeners know about the role you're playing.
So I'm Lauren Wotton. I'm 22. I'm from Liverpool, and I'm playing the Enchantress of the Rose. Yeah.
So, looking forward to playing that role?
Yeah, I'm so excited. I played the fairy in my last contract with Trio, so it's the same sort of character, which I love. I think I just fall right into it, so I'm looking forward to it.
I bet it's good to find a role that you feel comfortable with, and I assume that sort of helps you, really bring the right sort of part to that role. Yeah,
it's because it's such a do-gooder role. I don't think I could do well being like an evil witch or something, so I fit straight into it. So I'm quite comfortable.
So tell our listeners a little bit more about yourself, to give them sort of a background on your, what other stuff you sort of do.
So I've been training as a dancer since I was about 4, and then singing and acting come into it when I was about 11, 12. And then I went to dance schools my whole life, and then as I left school, I went straight to dance college and trained for 4 years as in the performing arts. And then as I left college, when I graduated, I got my first ever contract dancing on the Liverpool Empire in a pantomime. And then I've also passed all my teaching exams, so I've got a diploma, so I'm a qualified dance teacher as well. So that's what I do when I'm not in a show. I teach, and I teach drama as well, which is good. So I love working with children.
So passing on those sort of tips and experiences, something you like to do?
Yeah, I love them. I love seeing young budding performers eager for what I do, and that's exactly what I was like when I was that age. So it's really nice to see.
Well, thank you very much for taking the time out to talk to us.
Oh, thank you very much for speaking to me.
Thanks.
You're very welcome.
Thanks. Bye.